Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson, and I'm going to talk to you about the most important question on your journey in understanding yourself and discovering who you are. If you're watching this video, maybe you're asking, are you transgender? And this is kind of a really big question, and it's a really good one to ask. So congratulations, first of all, to being able to even ask this question. The second thing that I also want to mention is transgender is a really, really big spectrum. So if you're asking, am I trans? There's many ways of being trans. There's not just one or two ways, there's a whole spectrum. And I encourage you to look into that. A couple examples being non-binary, where you don't conform to one gender or the other, or being gender fluid, where you might move in between all of these things. So when you're asking yourself, am I trans? You're really just saying, am I not cis? Am I not just what I have been identified as when I was born? And maybe I'm something else. So that's a really good starting point to start asking yourself these questions. Now, it isn't as simple as you think for just like, yes, that's it. Sometimes it can be more like a getting to know yourself process, because if you're asking this kind of question, there's a lot of suppression that you're also dealing with in kind of hiding this from yourself, whether that's been culturally put upon you or something that you just haven't been aware of. Maybe you just didn't know that you could ask this kind of question or that it was even possible, right? So when approaching this question, think of it sort of like a constant unraveling of the question, because I have found in my own personal experience that it wasn't just this one moment where I said, oh yeah, like I'm a trans woman. It was several little moments that kind of built on top of each other until it was a final, okay, yes, this is it. That's definitely it. I'm a trans woman. I have to give this up to, to who I am, you know? Here's what I think would be most helpful for you. Take a second to see what's around you that you want to experiment with. What kind of clothing do you want to wear? What kind of expression do you want to have? Is there a different kind of name or pronoun that you want to try out? And start experimenting with these things. Start feeling what is inside you, calling out and saying, this feels right, this feels good. And that's really going to help guide you along the path of answering this question for yourself. Am I a trans woman? Am I a trans man? Am I gender fluid? Am I non-binary? These kinds of questions. So I hope that's been helpful. I'm making topics about transgender topics, so feel free to like and subscribe. Please write me a comment and ask me questions or suggest content that you'd like to see. I'm more than happy to make more. This is just me figuring it out in terms of what I'm putting out there, so I'd love to hear your feedback. Thanks for watching. Tschüss.